Hello, YouTube fans. I'm back again. Okay, now it is October the 19th, 2017. Time is 2:15 a.m. We continue with part two of this ordeal about the real creepy doll man from Louisville, Kentucky, and his true story with his haunted dolls. Not just Cheyenne, but his haunted dolls as well, and other things that's been happening around these dolls. Well, we continue again. Like I said, gave her a name from a young woman. I have love and respect for this young woman, is why I gave her the name Cheyenne. Now, she doesn't love me giving her that name. That's understandable, but I'm hoping a lot of other Cheyennes out there don't feel the same way. Don't matter if you're young or old. Her name is going to be legendary and more famous than my name because I own the Cheyenne, the haunted doll. And we continue to explain that a lot of things been happening with this doll. I got her bad things, nothing good come out of this ordeal. My true story is that one night before I went to bed, and this is way before I went to bed, 3 days in a row earlier, I was drained of energy. 3 days being around this doll in a row, and I didn't have to touch her or no, nor did I have to hold her. And then the other thing is that I got only 8 or 12 feet close to this doll. I was like 8 or 12 feet close to this doll, close enough where she started draining my energy. So I was that far away from about 8 or 12 feet, I would more likely say. And then I felt her drain the energy. Now the last day when she drained me the third time, I was so tired, I didn't have the energy to even turn the light off to lay down. When I went to lay down, try to rest to get my energy back, I felt someone kissing all over me. I woke from my sleep and I didn't find no one there. Well, this keep happening definitely. I started, recording videos about my dolls. And the first two ones I released was on this one first. And then I decided to release the second one. The second one came out more better than the first one. I explained her name, where I got her the name from and everything. And then in the second video, before I even brought her up to show her, there was something appearing in the shot, quickly or slowly appearing in the shot. As it did, it quickly did a spiral up and went underneath the feet, which is where it was a bright light, which I never seen before. I showed it to a few friends of mine, and they specifically said it was an orb spirit, which it didn't make no sense. And other things has been happening with this doll. I also found one day I lit this room. I found one of her feet move forward, and it was to the left. It was her right foot. If you're looking at it, it'll be on the left-hand side. And I found it always moved up about a few inches, which was weird. And I asked my family members, have they moved it? And they said no. And it was kind of creepy. I put her foot back in position, straightened them back up to make sure they were, both were perfectly even. And then the next day it happened again. About the second time, I found her foot move up again. And then it got very, very, probably, it's very, unacted to see something like this happen. But, the next day it did it again, but then it did it a little different. I found her heel bent up in the front of her, shoe, bent, like it's slightly bent on her foot. And I don't know how she's doing it. I show pictures on there on, maybe my first couple of videos. And if you hadn't seen them yet, I'll probably release one showing that. But, it's not the first time it happened. And then down the road, something else happened. Remember when I tell you that people state that you cannot be attacked by these things? I heard people that get possessed by these things, but never have they been attacked by these things. And I have concrete evidence to say, telling the truth, that the creepy doll man speaks the truth when he said you can be attacked by these things. I was attacked the very first time when I got it, when all this incident happened. I went to bed one night, It was dark in there. I probably went to bed after 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning because I usually go to bed late. And I felt something hovering. Well, I felt something slap me in my face and trying to choke me underneath the covers. I felt like something's hovering above me while I was sleeping underneath my covers. And then the next night, it did totally different. But it didn't do it any. It tried to snatch the covers out of my hand. I told a few people, but they think I'm crazy in my family. And there was an incident where my niece Cherokee came in here one day. Now this doll has never been behind any display case, and I think what it is, I told her nicely not to eat my room. I think somehow this doll must have overheard me. And she's given her a little hint not to be in this room eating. And then she got up in front of the doll, and started to, poke at it like, mock the doll. And I watched her poke at it. I told her, do not poke at that doll. Leave that doll alone because that doll's not doing nothing to you, Cheyenne ain't. Leave her alone. And my niece wouldn't listen to me. Suddenly my niece Cherokee started choking on a hamburger she just ate. She said this is the word she said before, after she started poking on the doll, just before she choked on it. She said, this is a creepy doll. That's a very creepy doll, she said. And then after that, she started to choke on a hamburger. She had to quickly leave out of this room and try to get herself where she can, get up the hamburger. Well, she came back in here again. I warned her again not to eat in this room. Second time she didn't listen to me. She choked again. She had to run out here quickly to go get some soda to wash down the hamburger because she was choking on it. And that's a true story. And if my niece Cherokee denies it, she probably will. And then I had other incidents with this doll. I also know her arm also moves, and she changes her facial expressions very goodly. Seen frowns on her face, get this mad look on her face, and a big old smile on her face when she's happy to see me. And I take pictures of her, and also did videos of her showing where her face is blushing. And it's crazy. This doll doesn't have a lot of rouge on her face, or paint on her face that looks like rouge, but she's blushing all the time. And if you can see, she's doing it right now. Look, this is crazy. Look at it. I want to show you. Look at the face. Look at it. Look at the cheeks. There's something going on with this doll supernaturally, if you can see it. That's what makes this doll much more famous than the rest of them. Plus, she has the ability to change her smell. Anything nice if you like. I wouldn't say she would smell really bad too if she wanted to, because she can imitate any smell. I believe this doll here, this haunted doll, is evolving a lot faster than the rest of them. That's what makes her very, very special. Anyone owns this doll, it's a blessing. But when I got the creepy doll man name, I didn't get it till I went to Kroger's one day. I showed a few videos that wasn't released to YouTube to this one lady. She said, that is a creepy doll, she said. And later on, she mentioned my name, and she called me, I think, creepy doll guy, or creepy, no, I think she said creepy doll man's what she called me. Well, I think I told her, I think she said creepy doll guy, but I changed it to creepy doll man. Then I think she made a mistake and called me creepy doll man down the road again. She said creepy doll man the second time instead of the first time. And then she said, how you doing there? I said, I'm fine. And then, I showed her the videos and she wouldn't believe me. And that's how I got my name. Through a woman that worked at Kroger's. The sad part is, she either got fired or she quit her job. So I don't know what happened to her. She just disappeared in thin air. But then after that, other things has been happening bad with this doll. I had one time had the covers, both, not just the covers, but the comfort as well, almost completely took it out of my hands when I was trying to sleep underneath my covers. One night it woke me where I had to pull and fight to keep the covers in my hand so it wouldn't take my covers off me. So who knows why it was trying to do that. And then the next night it got in bed with me. Checked hard 3 for the final conclusion to this final episode.